All right, there.
This is Ranger Kidwell Ross, editor at World Sweeper, and we're at NPE 2019, and here's Monty Countess of Victory Sweepers. How many years you been in sweeping this year, Monty?
This year?
Yeah, well, how many is that now?
Oh, this makes about 30, I guess. Right.
All right. So you're able to recognize a sweeper when you see one.
I think so. I think I've seen most all of them out there.
Tell me about this Liberty DX.
Well, our Liberty DX. This is our first Tier 4 sweeper that we built with a Tier 4 auxiliary engine on it. We're running the Perkins auxiliary engine. If we'll zoom in on that for us, Ranger.
All right.
I want everybody to see how simple and how open everything is. This, all our Tier 4s out there, they're packing them in there so tight you can't get in to work on them, can't even change oil on a lot of them. Ours, everything is out in the open. You got plenty of access to get to both sides to get up there if you want to check anything or anything you need to do.
Except right now when we're at the trade show and you couldn't get to the other side if you wanted to.
Well, we can walk around.
Could if we had to.
We can actually walk around there if you want to go take just give them a shot of it where they can see that side of it.
All right.
That's where the dipstick and everything's on the passenger side where it's easy access. So, and of course all your Tier 4 engines got the ECU module on it, and ours is mounted right out here, easy access. It's mounted on rubber mounts. You see it's got the 4 rubber mounts, so the vibration and it's off. It's isolated from the engine and the fan, so it's not picking up any of that vibration. So we're confident that that's going to be the way to go these days, because we've heard some horror stories from some of the competitors that those ECUs hadn't held up there all the time.
This is a tough business for them.
Yeah, it is. So hopefully we got a step ahead of that this time, so we're shooting for that. And like always, our hydraulics are all right here, easy access, and you just walk right up to them. You've got your DO3 valves like we've always used, and they're readily available, so there's not anything in particular you got to order and wait on them to come in. We can ship them overnight and you can have them next day if you need one.
See if your hydraulics good?
Yep, you got your level gauge there. Right there, easy access. Fill caps on the top. It's got a vent in it, so it's easy access. And other than that,
big old gutter boom.
Yep, 39-inch gutter boom. It's one of the biggest in the industry. We've got an electric tilt still on this one here. It's a 2-inch actuator, which is what we've used from the day one. But on our new models coming out, we've actually got that having a hydraulic cylinder tilt. So it's hydraulic rather than an actuator, which we know that everybody out there has been waiting on that for a long time. It's here.
All right. Cool beans. You got full width sweeping head?
Yep. It's 82-inch sweeping head, which is same width as your rear tires. We've cut them back so they don't stick out past the tires where your driver's always hanging them on the curb in and out. And also we still use rubber head stops that comes right up against the spring brackets there, so you don't have any of those bending head stop feet like we've seen for years. So all our hoppers are stainless.
Okay, so we're looking at a stainless hopper that's painted.
No, it's actually not painted. We put a vinyl wrap on it.
Oh, is that right? That makes sense.
Yep. So with that being said, if you want to send us your logo, we can get that priced out for you. You already have your logo put on there when we put the wrap on it.
Makes sense.
That is doable. So it's all stainless inside. The screens, everything, all the screens are stainless.
Can't really see what's going on in there. That's all right.
But screens are completely stainless, and they're the bigger diamond-shaped expanded metal, so they don't clog like the old Mark IIs used to do. People used to complain over them in the past. So we've got that handled. So
toolbox?
Toolboxes are really actually pretty nice. These are made out of aluminum. So we're not going to have any rust and corrosion, and we powder coat them black just to keep them from oxidizing, because if you left it plain aluminum, they would oxidize and look bad. So they're clean. Look how huge that compartment is.
Yeah.
You can get the biggest backpack blower that you can find put in there, and if you look right down at the bottom, that opening right there goes all the way across to the other side. They tie together. So when you set your backpack in there, you just walk it right in. That wand sits in there. You don't have to try to fold it up in there. You just walk it in, set it down, shut the door, and you're good.
You got shovel holes.
And broom holes there where the handles slide right in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Little trays here for your
little packet tray.
Yep, if you want to put oil cans or anything in there. All the doors are keyed and lockable. So. All right. The only other thing we've added this year is we've added the strobes in the back of the hopper. So these, when you turn the beacon on, you got 2 amber strobes on the rear. That's standard on all the Still got the receiver for the trailer hitch there, so all that's standard. Heavy duty bumper.
Real heavy duty bumper.
Yes, sir. And we're using the factory truck tail lights, so there's nothing. So if you have a bug bolt go out, it's just a regular bug. You can pick it up at the parts store. You go to your Zuzu dealer if you need to, or you can call us. We've got parts too. Our hinge point is just, you know, the guys that used to the old Mark IIs that used to slide back. These are just the pivot right off the hinge. You got greasable fittings in them so that you don't have the wear and tear there. Now let's squeeze down this side. It's tight because we have to show.
We can do it.
Show you this side of the hinge.
All right.
This is your passenger side of your Tier 4 engine, and everything is accessible. It's right here, right out in the open. You got your dipstick to check the oil. Your oil filter's right here. Fuel filter's there. Air filter's right here. Everything is no excuse to be able to check your oil every day.
How big is the fan?
The fan is a 30-inch backwards inclined high pressure fan.
Liner?
It's got the rubber liner in it, corded liner.
It's all bolted in.
Sure is. Yep.
All right.
And other than that, here's your this one here is actually one that's mounted on a diesel, so it's got all the DEF stuff back here, and here's where you put your DEF fluid in. And we also put this on what we call the gas unit, we call our dual fuel. So you can, when you go to the gas MPR with the 6.0 GM motor in it, you can go back to the 109-inch wheelbase, which takes this gap up and gives you your turning radius back, just like the old days, old school. And so that's.
I think we can see in this side and see the control panel.
Matter of fact,
we have to go.
Let you go in first.
All right, makes sense, I think.
If you like,
no worries.
I can go to the other side if you want.
Yeah, why don't you do that? It's a real tight squeeze here at the show. Everywhere on this side.
All right. See that control panel?
Yeah.
We got the armrest like we used to always have had. Just make it a little more comfort for the driver. And this has got the control module for the Tier 4 engine. It's got a automatic throttle, push button throttle up and down, and it's set to go up in 100 RPM increments. So it's going when you crank up and it idles about 1,000 RPMs. So you just push the button, and each time you push it up, it goes up in 100 RPM increments. Because most people like to run them 14 to 1,700 RPMs is their normal running speed. So there's no reason to have it go wide open, and then you're trying to feather, trying to pinpoint where you want to run. You just bump it right up to it. It's an automatic start. You got one switch, it turns the console on. Of course, we got the batteries unhooked on
sure.
So the switch that turns the console on. Once you do that, all you do is hit the run button. It counts down for the glow plugs automatically. Once it gets the 15-second glow plug interval gone through, it automatically crank up, and you're good. You're off to the races. You just throttle it up where you want to go and start sweeping.
All right.
And that's pretty much basically the whole deal there. You can get this unit with options. You can get the front push bumper on it. You can get the dual brooms on it, no broom, single broom, however, any kind of option you want. We got different beacon styles. We got this is our standard beacon that's on here now on the top. Ranger will get you a picture in a minute. That's called our mini LED beacon. It's really been a good beacon for us.
I think I can see it. I'm not sure if I'm tall enough to get that.
Anyway,
Get that beacon.
We can step back in a minute,
That's it.
Captain,
All
just
right.
to make sure they see
Yeah,
it.
that it's a.
You know, you can get spray bar on the front. That's always an option. You know, extra lighting, anything like that you want. And we've actually had customers that had us put cameras on it. So if you get the right hand broom, we can put the camera in here and put a monitor just right on the top of the console here, where it's easy, right there, easy access. So I mean, we can do most any kind of thing like that you want. If you want extra strobes on the front, extra LED lights on the front, anything, we're willing to work with you.
What chassis are available with this?
This one here, you can get it in the MPR gas, and you can get that in the 12,000 GVW up to the 14.5 GVW in the gas. And then the diesel's the same thing. Like I say, all your gas will be the 105-inch wheelbase. Your diesel has to go to the 132-inch just to fit the exhaust stuff in. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much. VictorySweepers.com.
Yep.
And the phone number is 800
No, it's 844.
or 844. Excuse me, 4-sweeper.
Yes, there you go.
All right.
I've never done it, so I don't know.
That's it. I know. It's embedded in all our phones these days.
Definitely go to our website. We've got that. We keep that updated. We got our used equipment on there. We're keeping that updated to date, and we're gonna try to keep new and exciting things added to our website. So look at it,
All right.
regularly.
Keep track. All right. Thanks, Monty.
Yep.